Everybody, just today I uploaded a couple of videos. It's been a little while. It's not like I got a ton of followers, but it's definitely full-fledged summertime here, and I've been spending a lot of my weekend time, as I should be, with my family. And I'll show you also what's been taking up a lot of my time at the beginning part of summer, spring/summer. Been setting up my garden here. And I got my potatoes here. I decided to grow them in bins. I got 4 bins. They're 55-gallon drums, cut in half. I decided to line them with plastic to try to keep a little bit of a barrier to the drums. I think there was soap in these from a car wash. I did wash them out a couple times with Dawn dish soap. Not that I don't think brand makes a difference, but I feel pretty comfortable using them. For contamination purposes. The potato plants were actually really tall, and I gradually filled these up as they grew, and obviously I can't fill them no more. And we had a huge heavy rainfall storm, and this is what it looked like after that rainfall storm wind. The plants kind of leaned over, and this is probably 2 weeks past that, and they still look pretty green. It does look like some of the leaves are finally dying, so I'm assuming it's still feeding the potatoes. I'm not really sure what it looks like inside. I was going to dig out a potato just to see, make sure everything was all right, but I'm just going to let things happen the way, they need to happen. Once these plants die off, I'll dig them up and see. But I've got a variety of Yukon Gold and russet potatoes in there. Hopefully we have a good harvest and we get some potatoes. I've got these, my wife's gotten these Japanese beetle traps here. We've had a lot of beetles, and it's really torn up the plants, the leaves. I've been trying to squash as many as I can, but anyhow, my noisy dogs. I'll walk over and show you what I've been doing. Been so busy on. It's tied up several of my weekends and affected my video loading abilities. So here's garden number 1 that was here when I bought this house. They weren't using it at all, and I cleaned it up, fixed up the gate. Some stuff was falling over. I put these trellises in. On the right hand side here, I've got beefsteak tomatoes. In the center here, I've got them too close, but I definitely gonna reorganize next year. This is gonna be different, but there's cherry tomatoes, 5 plants in there. As you can see, I've been trimming the heck out of these beefsteak tomatoes, trying to get them to ripen up. They're taking forever, but I've trimmed those down. The cherry tomatoes are growing really well. I also have ended up with a ton of cucumber plants this year. So what ended up happening is when I started my garden, I'll show you on the other side, I started a new spot and I lost all my cucumber plants. I had starters before even the last frost hit. I started them inside and had, I don't even know how many I had, but when I transplanted them into the garden, all my plants died. I don't know if it was soil shock or if I just planted them a little too early, but they died. I've gotten a little bit better at my plants. These are cucumbers here. And I've done these T-posts, hammered in the ground. I've got this nylon, I think it is, trellis. I've grown them vertically. I've got another one trellis here. These are all cucumbers again. I've got another trellis right here, cucumbers. And then over here I was going to trellis these cucumbers on the ground. I decided not to. I'm just letting those grow on the ground. I feel like the ones growing on the ground are probably doing just a touch better, which is weird. I'll show you the other garden. I'm having better production out of the, let's walk down here. Better production out of the other one as far as cucumbers go. The other garden. I'll show you that. I'm trying to get better at gardening, and like I said, next year I'm going to restructure, reorganize, and really do a better job with my gardening. I started doing some wood chips this year. There's some cucumbers. I got a small one right there started. I got some straight ahead. Oh, let's see if we can get some cherry tomatoes here. I definitely got some bug on my arm. Cherry tomatoes. So my cherry tomatoes got really tall, and I didn't trim them. And I wanted to trellis them so bad, but I just ran out of time. It's all my fault. So the rainstorm made them lean over, so now they're leaning on my trellis for the cucumbers. I don't know. It ended up a mess. I didn't want it to be a mess. I was going to promise myself I'd be better this year. I am better than last year or 2 years ago. And it's just, you know, still needs to be more organized. Cucumber there. I didn't pick those. Here's another one. Got some more down there. Let's see, get a video here. Nice one. If you look through there, nice one there. I've probably picked out of my garden so far, I've probably got 12 nice sized cucumbers, maybe 12 to 20 cucumbers in my refrigerator right now. And we've probably already eaten at least 10. So this came after the new one I started. First, I'm going to show you the raised bed that I started. I built this raised bed over here. So I have carrots here. Those are going really well. I have pulled a couple up just to see what they're doing, and they're still really small. I'm hoping they get bigger. But we'll see. Once the, I guess, greens start to die off is when I'm going to harvest them. They're kind of covering up my lettuce here. I don't really want them to do that. So I had lettuce planted here, and it grew really, really well. And I was able to harvest my lettuce probably 2 or 3 times each plant. And then they seeded, and it was time to trim them. So I cut them out. You can actually see some of the old. I left the roots in there. That's old. And then I planted new, probably, I don't know, this new lettuce, these rows of new lettuce probably been in here 4 weeks, maybe? I'm not sure. A couple marigolds in here. This one's gotten huge. A little bit of a insect attractant. But these are growing pretty good down here. So I planted a variety in here. I just mixed some seeds together and planted them. Iceberg, red salad bowl, I think it was called. Just a bunch. Next year I'm going to do seeds and varieties differently. I blocked off this section of my yard from my dogs because I didn't want dog poop in there. I didn't want the dogs running through. And I don't want the kids playing in there. So this is a mess. Everything was planted too closely, but it's working really well. I got beans and peas planted here in this row. I just picked a bunch of green beans. The dog got in there because they're teasing them by the fence. So right here, these are all cucumbers that are growing on the ground, which I wanted to trellis and I didn't. They just got so big so quick. Hey guys, Matthew, get off my fence. You guys, when you do that, you're making Lexi go crazy. It needs to stop. No, no more. Lexi, come here. Come on, Lexi. So anyways, we'll cross over in there. And I'll start by showing you, I guess it's a mess, man. So I trellis these with cattle panels. Maybe I can see better from this side. We'll walk down here first. So these are all my cucumbers. So I got cattle panels I used in here. I got 2 cattle panels. I I was supposed to do another cattle panel right here, and between work and everything else, I didn't have enough time to set it up. The cattle panel's here. I didn't get to use it. Cucumbers are growing really, really well in here. As you can see, cucumbers, cucumbers, cucumbers. Accidentally stepped on my pumpkin plant. Think it'll be okay. It's just a side growth anyways. So yeah, cucumbers. Cucumbers. Man, I got cucumbers up the wazoo in here. Cucumbers. Yeah, they're too close. I know, I gotta space them out, but you can see the wood chips I did. Wood chips, wood chips, wood chips. I got all that for free. And then I used in-ground potting soil for the plants. Cucumbers that have had a side growth, side shoot, I let them go. Some of these I did cut off the growing tips. Cucumbers. Cucumber. They're all over, man. Cucumbers. Look at these beetles, man. Look at these beetles. Tearing up. Tearing up my plants. Man. That one fell, but I did squash the other one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that one's gone. I smushed it with my foot. Look what they've done to my plants, man. I haven't gotten any production off of these this year for food or fruit. And it's because of them friggin' beetles, man. Killing them. Got my little beans. Little beans hanging here. Letting those get bigger. I just went through and picked a handful out of here. My phone's not focusing. There we go. But you can see my leaves are dying, man. It's not good. Cucumber through the fence there. The trellis. This one here is a nylon trellis for the beans and peas, but yeah, I let these grow on the ground and actually doing really well. There's a cucumber in there. It's done really well. Pretty happy. Whoops. Just squashed that cucumber. Oh wow. So right here I got 3 zucchini plants. I got 1. I got 2. Some of these are looking pretty hurt. 3. And then I got squash over here. This one, I don't know. I might have to try to fertilize, get this one going back on. But there's a squash. I don't eat any of this stuff. There's some more cucumbers. I don't eat squash or zucchini. The wife does. But I did this for her because she likes it. So you got some squash going here. Got some nice ones started in there. Babies, squash. And I got pumpkins, man, out here on this side. Last year I wanted pumpkins so bad and they died. So I got pumpkins started there. Pumpkins started over there. Got some nice flowers with some bees in there. But these are vined out. Some of these I've cut off the growing end already. I just noticed a baby one starting up here. I got to pay attention where I walk so I don't trip on them. I think it was over there. I had another one started. But I'm trying to focus on these and trim them and really keep up on them so they have good growth. The leaves are looking really good. I don't see any pumpkins starting on this one, but I did stop the growth end on this one. I shouldn't have because it's really not that long yet. I don't know, it's probably stretched out probably 12 foot. That's probably a 12-foot vine. And that one over there that has a pumpkin on it, it's probably the same. This one over here got wild, man. I had to trim the growing end and it's got some side shoots. So here's a side shoot. And I don't see any pumpkins started on this one yet either. I can see some potential. It looks like all male flowers. I just don't know if they're not getting pollinated, but I don't know if I'll try. I may try to pollinate some on my own. But this one's huge. It's got some side shoots. Look how far this one goes. This is probably, I don't know, 15 foot long. And I cut the growing tip off. I wanted to redirect some of the energy. That's why I cut the growing tips off of these. But this is where some of my time has been spent on why I haven't been producing videos. And just trying to enjoy the summer and, you know, have a good time with the family before it lasts. Summers aren't long enough here in Vermont, so yeah, doing the best I can. I've ran out of time. I got some tree slabs over there I've done nothing with. I have my little greenhouse over there. I got my favorite tree slabs inside the shelter. But that's it, guys. Just showing you what I'm up to. I think I'm going to start growing some lettuce in the house, in the basement, under the grow light. I am going to try to set up some sort of outdoor, greenhouse, or I don't know, some sort of garden house. I think I'm going to make it out of cattle panels, but maybe I'll make a video on that. Another tree slab I want to use as a bench. I haven't gotten around to it. Same thing as this one. But yeah, that's where my focus has been. And next year, like I said, I'm going to do some different things. Pretty excited about it. I'm going to reorganize. I've done a little trial and error. And next year will be more fun. A lot more work, but I may even try to do a garden at my brother's house. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But the upfront expense of getting it going, and then after that, year after year, it gets a little better. All right, guys. Thanks.